Mr. McIngvale.
How are you, Mr. Murdoch? What's up?
Oh man, I'm doing great, man. I think this is probably one of the most impressive adventures I've been on.
Well, good. We're glad to have you here from LA.
Yeah, this is my first time in Houston, and I got an opportunity to walk around the store a little bit, and I just see so much history, so much memorabilia. It's pretty impressive. You've done a lot.
I've been here a while. I've been here 43 years. I better have done a lot. I hadn't been sitting in my ass for 43 years, I hope.
No, absolutely. One of these things that you don't know about me is I'm from Arkansas originally.
Are you?
Yeah, I was born in Marianna, Arkansas. My dad lives there now. He retired and moved back. I grew up in South Bend, Indiana, went to Purdue, and worked in the investment business in Chicago. So I've seen a little bit. Obviously, you've seen a whole lot more.
I don't know about that.
Well, we don't have tornadoes and hurricanes and all these.
Yeah, it's a little hot in Houston here in August. It'll be about 105 today, but yeah. I told the guys last night, if come October, it'll all be great.
And I noticed that you got a lot of Astros memorabilia. Have you always been an Astros fan?
Well, you know, I've been following the Astros probably for about 20 years, so
20 years.
I'm a big Astros fan. The first 20 years of business, I didn't have time to watch baseball, but now I sneak a little time in that now and then.
Now, I noticed you had something on the wall. It says, attack the problem, ignore the excuse. Where does that come from?
You know, that's probably from my background, from my parents, from the football coaches, athletic trainers I ran into throughout the course of my life that, the central theory of my life is if it is to be, it's up to me/we. So I don't play the victim card very well.
Yeah, no, that's admirable. And one of the things I looked at some of your previous interviews and kind of try to gather some history on you. When I grew up, both my parents went to college, and I noticed obviously college and education is a big thing. It's
right.
A big part of your life. And I see, because I advise tech startups. I advise different people in different areas of their financial life, from startup to really large companies. But education is a foundation.
Yeah.
Just like your faith is a foundation. Can you speak to what do you think motivated you to, for education-wise, how has it helped you?
Well, I got a great education in high school and college, and it was just assumed by my parents that all of us would apply ourselves in school. I don't know that we were the best and brightest, but we were probably a little bit above average, and got a great education at a Catholic high school in Dallas and the University of Texas in Austin, and I finished my last few years in North Texas in Denton. So I played football in high school and college. I played the bench at the University of Texas, but I was on the team, so had a good time. And the best education I've got is hard knocks of life. That's the best education you're ever going to get. So I put what little success I've had came from my parents, my faith, and never giving up.
Yeah, no, that's huge. You say little success.
Yeah, little. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's an understatement. Has charity and giving back always been a part of your, I don't want to say business strategy, but a part of your life?
It's been part of my DNA, not business strategy. I believe that Pope John Paul II said the essence of living is giving. So if we're lucky enough to make a little money out here, we're going to try to help out the community where we live, work, and play. One of my mentors, Dr. W. Edwards Deming, said that we all have a responsibility for the well-being of the community, and I take that very seriously. Obviously
so. I try to look at when I sit down with a guest, what is the journey? What is the journey and what is the destination? And a lot of people, when you're building a business, I worked in management at Walmart when I left the investment business for a while, almost 3 years. And I thought that Sam Walton had done some really great things. He was no longer with the company, obviously, when I was there. But that idea of a leader that's front and center every day, you show up to work every day. You set the standard, you set the priorities. Do you delegate well?
Yeah, once they drink the Kool-Aid, I do. You know, you got to believe. You got to be here to take care of the customers, and you know, you got to work a lot of long hours. That's retail. You know.
Yeah.
Another saying I have is the best ability is availability. If you're here, you got a chance.
Yeah. No, you
got to show up and play.
And I think the thing that you talk about is the customer being number one. And I look at everybody's talking about AI this, AI that, but there's nothing that replaces quality customer service.
No, there's nothing that replaces customer service and customer relationships, and you know, people want to feel humanized.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of AI, you know, so it can do repetitive tasks and leave us to take care of customers and build those relationships. I think that's very important.
Right. So the essence of true intelligence, I would say, is understand that a relationship, it takes that personal touch.
Yeah, it really does. Business is all about relationships. Life's all about relationships.
Yeah.
It's not your net worth determines the value of your life. It's your network. If you have a good network of people, they will support you and you can support them. I think one of the real problems of society is that we don't have networks anymore, and there's not a sense of community. Unfortunately, people don't go to church as much as they used to. And in 1900, the average size of the U.S. household was 10.5 people.
Right.
Today, it's less than 2.
You're right. And I think you're right in terms of, you know, family being a good foundation to really build something.
No, it's building block of human society for 10,000 years. Now we're trying to disparage it, and look at the results.
No, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And one of the things that I saw being family, going back to family, I have a daughter. My daughter has special needs. She's Downs, and she's very high functioning. She goes to regular school, goes to Pasadena High School, and she always amazes me with the things that she's able to do, not just in terms of everything she's able to do on a computer and getting really good grades in school, but the idea of empathy towards other people and thoughtfulness. And a lot of typical children don't necessarily display.
And typical adults.
And so it resonated with me when you spoke about your daughter. My mother dealt with manic depression. So the mental illness and different things that most people, they look at successful people and they don't realize what does it take to get up every day. But not only that, what does it take to go home and serve the needs of your ultimate stakeholders, your family. And how do you address that, you know, raising a family through this process?
Well, you know, what it takes to get up every day is I think you got to go to sleep at night on a good mattress.
Yeah.
I sell a lot of mattresses. You know, and then my wife has been my partner through this marathon we're in for 43 years, and you know, I worked a lot, and she took care of the kids. I probably worked too much, but my children are all good kids. I've got 3 biological children and 2 adopted, so they're all doing well, and they understand that work is life's greatest therapy, and I'm up here working a lot, and they understand what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build something for ourselves, for myself and my wife and my kids, and for the community, and mostly for all these employees around here.
Yeah, no, I think that's really key. So I think a lot of leaders, they lose sight of, well, the community and the customer service, but also understanding that the employees are the foundation of a lot of your success.
Oh, no question. Without them, we're out of business.
Yeah.
You know.
I saw a story of, is it Charlie, one of your managers?
Yeah.
That played basketball?
Yeah.
Tell us the story about these 8 3-point or 8 shots on the other side.
You must have really done your research, you know that. Charlie's from Possum Trot, Texas, and he started working for his dad. You know, back in the good old days, parents would have lots of children so the children could help them work.
Right.
And Charlie started working at his dad's sawmill when he was 6 years old. They moved from Possum Trot, Texas to Center, Texas. And when he was in junior college, I think he played for Wichita State, and I don't know who they were playing, but they were playing a white school. That was back segregation days, and so the two white referees, Charlie's team only had like 9 players, and they fouled out 5 of them, so they only had 4 players left. And the referee said, y'all can cancel the game, you can keep playing with 4 players. They would keep playing 4 players. So they inbound the ball to Charlie, and he'd go to before the half court point. By the time they're all surrounded him, he'd shoot the ball beyond the half court. And the story he tells me, which I've heard from 4 or 5 other people, so I know it's true, he hit like 10 of those shots in a row from beyond the half court. And the good Lord was talking to him, saying, higher, higher, lower, lower. And back then that was only a 2-point goal, so they still lost the game. But I mean, he told me the story, and I said, bullshit. And then I've heard it so many people, I have to believe it. And then where he's from, Possum Trot, there's a movie out right now called The Sound of Hope. It's about one of Charlie's friends, a minister and his wife, that got really concerned about the CPS, the Child Protective System in Texas, and that little country church ended up adopting over a 4 or 5 year period about 77 kids.
Wow.
And they raised them all, and I know that having adopted the kids is very difficult.
Yeah.
And God bless that church. So the story came full circle, and Charlie's very close to those people.
No, that is awesome. That's a good story. Now, how many employees do you have here?
About 300.
Wow, that's huge.
No, that's good.
And you have 3 stores within Houston?
Yeah, we have 3 stores, big internet site, and retail's always evolving. Brick and mortar is not nearly as important as it used to be. Now it's you got to have a very strong and dynamic and customer pleasing online presence. So that's always evolving, and so we've got 3 brick and mortar stores, big online presence, and we're struggling through this little recession we're having right now.
Right.
The furniture business right now is at a 90-year low.
Wow.
90 years, worse since the Great Depression in the 1930s, because interest rates are very high and people aren't buying homes. But, tough times never last. Tough people do. We'll make it through.
That's right. That's right. So in terms of what's the typical process when a client comes in? Does the salesman meet them at the door and kind of walk?
Yeah, they meet them at the door. They kind of do a needs assessment. Why are they here? What's the situation? And then they find them the furniture they want, and they hopefully sell them the furniture, and we load it up and deliver it the same day.
Okay.
The other day, somebody bought $45,000 worth of furniture, and they were closing it. They bought it on Thursday night at 10 o'clock, closing the house on Friday night at 5 o'clock. They wanted the furniture there at 6, so we were there at 6 and unloaded that $45,000 worth of furniture in about 3 hours, set it all up, in and out.
Wow, that's huge. That's a huge statement. And I saw when I was walking through the store, this store is 100,000 square feet.
Right.
It's huge. And I saw you have different rooms. You got living room themes. You got bedroom themes. Any theme you can think of in the house, you got it.
Yeah, we're big in the home furniture business. I love the furniture business. Been in it since I was way back in 1979. I started 2 years in Dallas working for a guy. Then I came down here to start this gig. So been at it a while, as they say.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I noticed you spoke about your wife, Linda, on one of your previous interviews. What do you think about building a business as an entrepreneur? Is it important to have a good support?
Absolutely. You can't, it's hard enough to fight this battle.
Yeah.
The free enterprise battle is tough because we got a lot of great competitors.
Yeah.
And if you're up here taking care of customers and working 12, 14, 16 hours a day, and you go home and your spouse is not on your side, it ain't gonna work.
Right.
So she's always been on my side, and we have a tennis club called Club Westside. She runs that.
You play tennis?
No, I bought a tennis club for the hell of it way back in 1995.
Oh, wow.
Tennis has been taken over by pickleball, so
Right.
she changed it from a tennis club to a family place, and she's done a great job out there, very successful. So
that is awesome.
She's an entrepreneur just like me.
That is amazing. So if I'm a young entrepreneur, I'm in corporate America, and I'm thinking about going off on my own, what would you recommend?
Find a job you love to do and you'll never have to work a day in your life. And don't be so worried about failing. Failure is the best thing you can do. You got to fail forward fast. These kids are taught now they're like raising a racehorse in a glass house. It doesn't work. They're pampered, and their parents are with them 24/7, and this and that. They're not allowed to fail. As you well know, the business world is rough, and you're going to get knocked down. Every time you get knocked down, dust off yourself and get back in the game makes you better for it. So find a job you like to do, and you never have to work a day in your life. And if you fail 10 or 12 times, so be it. Keep going.
Just the nature of the process.
When you're going through hell, you got to keep going.
Yeah, you can't stay there.
No.
Well, Mr. McIngvale, I really appreciate you taking time to sit down with me, and I think there is, we're in a community here that always, wants to grow and do better. What is your priority for this community in terms of what's the biggest thing you see as a need here in Houston?
Got to give people jobs. Got to get people have to want to work, and they have to work. I've been here 43 years in this location. I've given away hundreds of millions of dollars worth of money, furniture, food, supplies during hurricanes, you name it. And I have anecdotal knowledge. I don't have statistics, but anecdotal knowledge from being up here at the front desk. When these people come in and I give them $20, $50, whatever, X amount of money to pay their light bill, that's a nice contribution. But next month they'll be in the same situation.
They don't have a job.
And so what we did during the pandemic, I went to a Mike Rowe lecture. You know who Mike Rowe is? He had the TV show Dirty Jobs.
Okay.
So I was lecturing something about jobs as a plumber and carpenter and a mechanic and AC man, all that sort of stuff. The average income in a 5-mile radius of the store at that time was $25,000, way below the poverty line. So I decided we were going to put in a school over here for all these kids to drop out of high school, and we're going to put in the trade school over here for all these kids that don't have a job, that are lost and dependent on government welfare, which I don't think is healthy. So we put in this trade school in high school about 4 years ago. We pay for it all. We get some help from some work faith agencies, and I think we probably had about 400 kids graduate from there.
That's huge.
And they graduate. We have them from there from age 16 to 26. Never finish high school. We help them get a high school diploma. And while they're going to high school, we teach them a trade, so they get out of their high school with their diploma, number one, which is a big thing in their life. Number two, they got a good paying job. And number three, they have a career path to make something out of their life. A lot of these plumbers and electricians are making $150,000 to $200,000 a year. And the difference between them and a college student is they don't have $600,000 at 9% student debt. Hello.
Right.
Yeah.
That's huge. I think that is a model that could be replicated in almost every major city, because these youth, they don't have a lot of choices. And everybody, college may not be the first.
No, it's not. It's not for everybody. And, one thing about these plumbers and mechanics, all these people, auto mechanics making all that money, AC people, guess what? Those jobs can't be offshored or AI'd.
Right. So these are real
jobs. Real jobs pay real money.
Real money. Absolutely. Well, Mr. McIngvale, I definitely appreciate you taking the time to sit with me today, and I look forward to hopefully replicating some of the things that you've done in this community in terms of the level of customer service, the jobs training or skills trades training, and really just advocating for people to take the initiative. Yeah,
take the initiative and get rid of mentality that you'll amount to nothing. Everybody out there has God-given talents better than anybody else in the world. Just find that talent and develop it. And is it going to be hard? Yes, but life's hard. It always has been, always will be. Life's hard. Get used to it. Find a job you love to do, and you'll never have to work a day in your life. Once you find that, every day is a holiday.
Absolutely. One of the things I saw you say is it's okay to start with nothing.
Yeah, it's okay to start with nothing. It's okay to finish with nothing. It's what you do in between that matters.
There you go.
You know, when you and I, our lives end and we stand in front of the Creator, whoever we might believe him or her to be, the Creator is not going to ask you or me, how much money did we make? Not going to ask you or me how many material possessions did we collect. Instead, the Creator will ask you or me, how much of a difference in other people's lives did you make?
Right. Well, I think this is a good way to end it. A difference maker.
Thank you, sir. Good to see you. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you. I'm not into politics. I'm into business, but there's always a mix. Two sides to every individual. I mean, there's pros and cons in terms of what there is there. I think everybody wants hope and everybody wants opportunity, right? At the end of the day, we're all individual. Politics is, let's say it's local, but your individual situation, that's in a household. Yeah. It's up to you. No matter who's in the office, you have to make a decision. How many skills or personal improvements do I need to make or manage? I look at it as asset allocation, your time and your money. If you're mismanaging one or the other, it's up to you if you fail or succeed. So we're walking through gallery furniture.
We started out there on the side of the road in 1981. We had $2,700. That's how we started all this. Never borrowed a dime. Still at it.
That is awesome. And never borrowed a dime. Now that's a huge testament. Most businesses, I do this episode called Nothing Ventured. And it's about not taking venture capital money. At any point in time, have you had other bigger companies say, private equity firms, hey, Mr. Mack, do you want to sell your company to me?
Yeah, not really.
They have come and knocked on your door.
We've had, not many.
Yeah, okay.
They realize that, we're pretty independent.
Yeah. And then
Independent, going to stay that way.
And that's the thing about, a business that's built on, the charisma of a leader and the leadership and the values that you've instilled. They can't replicate it. They can't keep it up with it.
Let's go this way. It's a lot of this is, we're in the customer business. And
Yeah.
The other stores are in the furniture business, and they don't give a damn if people get back ordered for 6 weeks and it ruins their experience. All they're trying to do is make money. All
Right.
they're trying to do is please customers, and if we please customers enough, we'll make some money.
That's true.
If you help enough people get what they want, you get what you want.
Absolutely. So the distinction is you are in the customer business. They are in the furniture business. And it's all about creating the right customer experience.
Yeah, and those customers are very demanding, and the customer expectations over the last 30 years have gone from here to there.
Uh-huh.
That's you play the ball where it lays, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think we could stop here.
Y'all want something to eat? We got a restaurant here too.
Yeah, let's check this out. Check it out. What do you call the restaurant? It's got a furniture restaurant. Oh, so during the week this is open and you got staff here working, sir?
Yeah, most of this, we feed the employees breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh, wow.
And they all sit in here, and cell phones are forbidden in here. No laptops, no PCs.
Uh-huh.
And they have to sit down here, and guess what? They have to talk to each other. Imagine that.
They have to talk to each other.
Talk to each other. So some new employee, he's new in here, and he's scared to death. All of a sudden, he sits down and meets 3 or 4 people, and then he becomes part of the crew because
Yeah.
they eat together. Best thing we ever did was have this restaurant here.
So it's away from the bond. Yeah.
Bond, and then when his car breaks down, he knows his 4 or 5 friends he eats lunch with every day are counting on him. He finds a way to get to work.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Now we're in this room and you have a couple really huge sayings up here on the wall. I want to note these. Successful people do what unsuccessful people are unwilling to do. And you have over here, overcome every negative with a positive. Inch by inch, it's a cinch. Yard by yard, it's hard. Then over here you have an attitude of gratitude. And on the back wall, you got never, never, never give up. Work is life's greatest therapy. I remember you said that. And what doesn't destroy me only serves to make me stronger. That's it. Gallery Furniture. The world's greatest furniture store, whether you're in Houston or online, Gallery Furniture. Interview with Bryson, he's the general manager. Yeah?
Wait, now how old are we? 11. Man, that's amazing. Okay, I will sit and be quiet and observe. How about that? So did you hire this guy?
All right, yeah, we're ready to go.
All right. All right. Thank you and welcome to another episode of Silicon Beach Mobile Startup. I'm your host, Baron Murdoch, and today I'm joined by Bryson. Bryson, pleasure to meet you. As the general manager of Gallery Furniture, tell me about a day in the life. What do you do?
Most of the time we have, sometimes we have a big Russian group, so I will bake cookies, eat popcorn, put out chips, a little bit of everything. But most of the time I'm helping Mack.
That's awesome, man.
Definitely.
And I like your gear. What kind of boots are those?
I think these are ostrich.
Ostrich, that's what I'm talking about.
I think so, yeah. These are ostrich.
Now I notice you got your radio, and that's just in case they need you in the back, any area of the store. You ready?
Just in case Mr. Mack needs to get a hold of me.
Well, customer service, I understand, is a big part of Mattress Match business. What do you think about customer service?
We have the best customer service in the country.
That's
We
what
have
I'm-
the best customer service.
That's what I'm talking about. And the fact that they hired you, Bryson, to be in this organization, and of course you got that Houston Astros hat on. All day, every day. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's
What did Mr. Feinberg teach you? Mr. Feinberg, he runs our school.
okay.
That if I be good in school, then the teacher will leave. And I'm going to make sure I use it all for the 5th grade.
Okay.
But I used it last year for the last day of school. If you got 3 strikes, you had no interview. I got all 3 strikes. And I was really good on the last day and got the party, so I said it works.
Oh, that's awesome,
I
man.
said it works.
Tell Mr. Barron what the girl called him.
Oh, a girl called me a midget.
Why is she calling you that?
So I called her an oversized queen. And I got rolled up.
You got rolled up.
Yeah, that taught me a good lesson. Like,
Right, you tell. Sometimes you can't tell people the obvious, right? But it's okay. So if you were to say, what is the biggest thing that Mattress Mack has taught you?
I would say the biggest thing is get up, go to work, and make some money.
Give me 5 on that. That's what I'm talking about.
I think that's the biggest thing he has to do.
That's what I'm talking
Get
about.
up, go to work, and make something out of it.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, Bryson. Nice meeting you, man.
Sir, if I can,
We'll see you again.
Tell Mr. Barron why you won't leave your apartment.
because it's a girl and also she got killed maybe half a month from my apartment, so I'm like, I don't know if I want to decide to murder her.
It's a little dangerous.
Yeah, these 2 illegals kidnapped this 12-year-old girl and violently raped her and threw her in the ditch right by his house.
Wow.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we should do something about that. I mean, so the community people, there should be somebody that steps up, the adults, kind of like really lead from the front, like Mack. And you know, you shouldn't have to live in fear. And you know what I'm saying? You got a structured life. You got a job to go to. You got school to go to. So I would tell you is every day, you may be small in stature, but you're big in heart. So you can't let anybody slow you down. So you do what you got to do. You go out the house, you talk to them like you know what you're talking about.
Well, I walk to the bus stop or go check the mail or something like
Yeah.
that. But I don't be outside for work.
Well, but you
Ask
don't
Mr.
need.
Barron, ask him how you can do good in that.
How do you think I can do good?
Well, I'm gonna tell you exactly. So I had another young cousin I told them to go to math.com. Math.com is a site that they have on the internet where they teach you every level of math from grade school all the way to algebra. So everything is about repetition and practice, right? So if you go to the website, they'll have videos. They also have videos on YouTube. So they have videos and they have like lessons. So you start whatever at the area that you're able to start, whether it's addition, multiplication, start there and you build, because anything can be possible. You know what I mean? So you just got to build those math muscles.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
I'm gonna go is math.com.
Math.com. I'm gonna give you my phone number and my email before I leave here.
Tell him how good you are on chat GPT.
Now, me and Chad are like best friends.
You and ChatGPT? Oh, this is AI conversation
Oh,
now.
yeah. It's Mr. Mack, one of Mr. Mack's best friends too.
Yeah, ChatGPT is does some good stuff for you.
Oh, yeah. It can write a script for you in 30 seconds.
Really? You mean a sales script, right?
A sales script, a commercial script, any script. You give it the key points in the script and it will write it.
You know what you just did right now? I just got you a promotional job with ChatGPT. They're going to pay you royalties because I'm going to send this to them, and they're going to hire you for the commercial because you're ready.
I'm ready.
That's right, Bryson.